Hello everyone, it's Mimi Jaclynhillxmorphe and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Jaclynhillxmorphe palette, the first one. I know what you're thinking. Girl, this palette is so old. It might be so old, but in anticipation for the Jaclynhillxmorphe vault, why not do a review on the actual palette that the vault is based off of. So this is the Jaclynhillxmorphe palette. It retails for $38 on the Morphe website and in the Morphe store, and it comes with a shit ton of shades. Period. I'm really debating on whether or not I want to swatch these because there's a lot of shades. So I don't think I'm going to swatch these. And if anything, I'm going to swatch the shades that I will use on my face right now. So the theme that I am going for this look is very much mermaid fantasy, blues, and whites, and it's just gonna look gorgeous with a pink lip. So let's get right into the review and the tutorial. All right, so going in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the yellow color corrector. So primer is blended out. It's time to get into the Jaclynhill palette. This palette comes with 28 shades, and I'm going to quickly read off their name. Abyss. Right off the bat, when I first got this palette, I was excited to try it because there's been a lot of hype about this palette ever since it came out because everyone's like, oh my god, it's so good. Well, after having it for a couple months, if you guys can see my palette, she is messy. She is a hot mess. This is what you call a hot mess. And do I stand messes on white? No. In 3, 2, 1. This is what you see when you first open up the palette, minus the mess. And it says, this is dedicated to all my loving subscribers. I didn't know who Jaclynhill was, not to be shady or anything, but there's just so many beauty gurus out there, and you could only like so many and find so many in an amount of time. So this was a good impression for Jaclynhill. I was like, ooh, this is a pretty palette. Now, is it pigmented? I will say which shades I've tapped into and which ones I've found to be very, very nice and pigmented. Creamsicle, which is this yellow, is nice. Is it melanin friendly if you have some primer on? But for the most part, it is pigmented, and just if you're my skin tone or darker, you gotta work with it a little. This pink shimmery row right here called Sissy Little Lady in Faint is nice. I usually just put these on the lid because that's what you do with shimmers. And then all of these transition shades are nice. I can't use like 3 of them because they're just too light for my face. They're nice transition shades. Some of them are cool, some of them are warm. It's really made like, there's going to be one for your eyelids. The bottom 3 rows of the palette, which are more of the creative parts of the palette, I will say that this quad right here is amazing. Actually, I love this blue, I love this purple, and these two right here go great together, which is what we're about to do. But I do like that quad right here. It's a very nice pigmented section. Going in with the rest of these greens are great together. This brown is a really good brown, and in the beginning of my drag career, I used to use this brown for my brows, but not anymore because she has skills. This is a purple. This is a dark purple named Soda Pop. And then this is Abyss, which is a black. I don't really tap into it anymore. In the beginning, I used to, but it is pigmented and I do like it. Going into the rest of the shades I have tapped into, I'm gonna basically just say good or bad. Crayon Apple, good. Queen, bad. Good, 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 good. Weird to have dark shimmers in my opinion, but they're good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, for the most part, this palette's pretty good. So let's get into the look and let me tell you guys about the fallout and how you guys see the colors on my face. So first, going into the crease with this teal color called Jada. We're going to go in with Jada all in the crease. and blend her out. Going in with my blending brush and tapping into Jada. Let's see the fallout. Really tapping in there. There's no fallout. There's little to no fallout on Jada, and this is a bright teal shade, so I'm expecting it to be hard. And there's barely any fallout. That's a really good sign. Is it pigmented? All right, so does she look good? Time for the other eye. Now that Jada is all in the crease and fanned out, now we're going to go in with Pool Party that is right here, this shimmery, bright teal color. Watch Jada. So this is what is on my lids right now, a darker tone teal shade. And usually my complaint with Morphe palettes, is that they are like chalky and they just don't feel nice on the skin or on the eye. And I can't say that about this palette. It's not that chalky. It's not chalky. It's not creamy though. It's in the middle. Like there's a nice balance. Let me swatch that before I put it on my face. This is Pool Party. She looks blinding on camera. Work your puss out. She looks really stunning on camera, and now I'm happy to put this on my face. I'm going to go in with a little bit more concealer just to have it nice and bright in there so I can really get a nice cut crease. Color's on. Let's go in with Pool Party. Let me tap into the pan with a brush. Now I do see some fallout right here. I don't think you guys can see it, but it's not heavy, and this is a shimmer shade, so I would expect heavy fallout, but there isn't, and that's a good thing. It's gorgeous. So our Pool Party is on. It's time to put in the last shade that I just think is stunning with this look. I'm going to be going in with this shade right here called Beam. It's so blinding you can't even see it because of the lights, but this shade right here is called Beam. It is like a white shade. I'll be putting in my inner corners after I do the bottom lash line with Jada. So honestly, my favorite part of this entire makeup look, I'm going to be going in with this champagne color right here. Hello. Right under Creamsicle, and it is called Obsessed, and the name is fitting because I'm obsessed with this shade, and I'm putting this in the center of my eye where Pool Party is not there. Now it's time to swatch these last two shades for you guys. This is Obsessed. Oh, look at that. I know my swatches are a little wonky, but she is a gorgeous shade, which is our white shade. Hello, Beam. She did not come to play. Putting Beam into the inner corners of my eye. And Beam is there, and she's looking good. Now going in with my eyeliner pencil, I'm going to be going in with my under eye just to give this look an extra oomph, because there's a lot of brightness going on. So taking away a little bit of that brightness and adding a little bit of depth. So going in with my NYX Cosmetics Matte Liquid Liner. Time for lashes. Right, so there's a step that I forgot. I totally forgot to put on my mascara. I'm gonna go in with the So Lashy Mascara from CoverGirl. Easy breezy beautiful. CoverGirl. All right, so eyes are now done. All right, so eyes are done. It is now time for me to do everything else, and I will come back with my final review on the Jaclynhillxmorphe palette. So this is the finished look. I am looking in the monitor, and I like it. I think it definitely came out good. I wish I had more time to style this wig though, because it is weird in some places. Start off with our mattes that we used. So for the matte shades, I only used one, which was Jada, which was in our crease and fanned out. I like it. There was no fallout, like none, no fallout at all. There was no fallout in Jada, and she was pigmented queen, and we stan her. She's looking cute. She's looking cute on my eyes, and she's definitely making it to where there's a nice transition into Pool Party and Obsessed. I will say, one, in this palette, there's kind of like a neutral shade for everyone's eyes, basically. I'm more of a cool tone, so I use this shade right here. But if you're a warm tone, if you're lighter skin toned, it would work just fine if you find your shade in this palette. Pool Party is a dream. I will say she's like the oddball color out of all the palette. Along this quad right here is like just the oddball section, but I'm glad that they're there because they are really, really pretty. And then you have Obsessed. The name is fitting. I love it. Oh my goodness. Love Obsessed. All right. And that is it for the palette. Does it get a yay or a nay for me? It gets a yay. I think if you're willing to spend the $38, if you're a fan of Jaclyn Hill, if you're a fan of Morphe, and you're so sick of that chalk feeling that you get from other palettes like the 35B or the Jules Crew palette, I definitely recommend you get the collaboration because the pigments, the shadows are not as chalky as a usual Morphe palette. And even though it's like a weird mixture of colors in this palette, I do recommend it because you can do so many looks with this palette. My friend the other day did this gorgeous sunset look with no mirror. It was a no mirror makeup challenge that we were doing, me and two of my friends, and she came up with this gorgeous sunset look using no mirror, and it was so pretty, and she used this palette. You could do so many looks with this palette, as you can see what look I did with this palette. And yeah, it gets a yay. I totally recommend you buy it to have it just in your collection when you need it. And that is it for this video. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more great videos like this, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I post every Tuesday and Friday. And if you want to be notified about when I post on Friday, please be sure to hit that bell notification so you get a notification about every single time I post. I promise I will post on Friday. I just, I told you guys earlier, I just had so much fun these past couple of weeks just being with my friends. It felt really good after a summer of doing nothing in a house but chores and dealing with siblings, So I love you guys. I will see you guys on Friday with a tutorial. So that's how my videos are going to work. Review Tuesday and tutorial Friday. So see you guys on tutorial Friday. Bye.